Okay, folks, I am ready for a hot, right out of the oven as it happens, rant video, okay? And I'm steamed up about this, okay? Now, some of you have seen a video I made about this where I talked about the new Rolling Stones album, Hackney Diamonds, and how much trouble I had yesterday on the day of release getting a CD copy of this, okay? Now, I'm going to delete that first video because this one will replace that and add to it. Okay? There'll be some addendum action here for you. All right, so yesterday, the release date, I go over there to a store that's always one of my favorites, reliable. I should mention before I get into the story, my usual record store, the one that I like, my main store, the one that's always in all my record store reality videos, I didn't even bother going there because they don't generally stock brand new albums like this on release date when they're hot off the presses. They're not interested. They specialize mainly in older vintage stuff. Occasionally they get new albums, but maybe 1 or 2 copies, 3 copies, and it's usually something that's not the day of release. So anyway, I wasn't going to go. That's one store I couldn't go to. So I go to, as I was saying, I go to this other store, this record store that I like a lot. That's option B, okay? Go to option B, and the guy tells me, we're all sold out. This is 11:30 in the morning. How are you all sold out? He says to me, well, I only got, a few CDs. I didn't have many. I forget how many, and the CDs are gone. He says, but the vinyl's here, he says. The vinyl's here. I don't want the vinyl. Yes, I'm a vinyl collector, but you know what? On an album like this, the Rolling Stones, that I've never heard it before, I only heard like one track that I like, and I'm only taking a chance on this because everybody who heard it tells me this is a great Stones album, and I did like the song Angry, which never fit me better than now, okay? Angry. I'm angry, damn it. So anyway, it's something I wanted to get. Sorry, I yelled so much I coughed. Hold on, I had to pause. All right, so anyway, I wanted this. But let me tell you something. I'm not so hot for this that I'm willing to spend 2 days going to like 5 stores trying to find a copy of this thing on CD. The guy tells me in this first store, we have it on vinyl, but it's $35, $35 plus tax. So I'm not spending that kind of heavy money on it, right? So, all right, so undeterred, I drive about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to a second store that specializes in new releases. They got to have it. They always do. So I go there, and they don't have the CD either. And I couldn't tell by that store if they never got them or they only got a couple. But whatever it was, they say they screwed up. Somebody screwed up. And there was something wrong with the tracking number or something. So this is yesterday. So don't worry, but we're going to get about 40 copies on CD tomorrow, okay? And I'm like thinking, well, that doesn't do me any good. Yesterday was the release date. I want to hear it on release date. And I want to put an interview up on release date. A review, not an interview. I'm so messed up, I'm calling it a review, an interview. Damn it. Anyway, I'm really discombobulated here. So give me a chance. So anyway, that was yesterday. And then I think after yesterday, I went to a Target store after that. That was my other attempt, third attempt. Go into Target. They don't have anything. All they got is Taylor Swift. Taylor freaking Swift. And not just one album, but like 12 or 13 different albums of hers. That's it. I'm getting red in the face. I'm so mad. All right, so that's yesterday. So it was a bust. Okay, I didn't get the album on release date. Okay, so today's another day. So I'm driving in the car with my girlfriend, taking her to work, dropping her off at work. And she says to me, well, you know what I'll do? She said, I'll just look up here in a Target store and see which Target store has them. So she finds one Target store that thankfully has the album Hackney Diamonds, right? Thankfully. So I go over there, should I go there or not? I was thinking there's a Walmart. My friend Robert S. Hi, Robert S. My friend Robert S. told me he got the copy last night at Walmart, and they have 3 copies left. But the thing is, you see, Walmart was a longer distance away. It was a longer ride for me. But this one that my girlfriend looked up on a fairly local Target store is closer. So I took her word for it, and I went to the Target store. When I get in the Target store, I go over there onto the shelves, CDs. What do I see? Swiftie! That's it! Swiftie! Nothing no Rolling Stone CD. So I go over to the guy and I say to him, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "But my girlfriend looked this store up and he said you had copies here of the Stones album." You know what he tells me? "We have vinyl for you. We have the vinyl." I didn't think, and my girlfriend didn't think, to look up CD, compact disc. Everybody's got the damn vinyl on this. I don't want to spend that money on this shit. If I like this, maybe one day I'll buy a vinyl. It goes on and on, right? So now what am I going to do? So now I figure, well, you know what? The store from yesterday, the record store that gets all the new stuff in that was late, says we're going to get 40 copies on CD. So I wind up going back, all the way back, which is a long ride. It's another long ride. And through all this, it's raining. We have a rainy day. And it's one of those freaking days where it's not just raining, where you got the windshield wipers going, doosh, 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 doosh. But you like turn it on a little bit, it goes, doosh, doosh, doosh. And it's like, just when you think it stops raining, you shut the wipers off, and then the drizzle comes back, so you turn them on again. So it's, and you never can keep up with the pace of the rain. It stops, it starts, it stops, it starts. Wipers on, wipers off, wipers full, wipers at half mast, wipers down. I'm sick of it, in addition to all this. So anyway, now I'm heading a long distance back to the first store that didn't have it yesterday, but they got 40 new ones. I called them up first. I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Do you have the 40 copies? Did you get them in?" "Yes, sir, we do. We have the Rolling Stones." It came in. So that's where I finally got it. I went to the original place, one of the original places, and I got it there, okay? And it was so annoying. Then there's a friend of mine who works there at the store. He's a good guy. He knows who he is. And he starts busting my balls right away. He says, "Oh, the reason you went this I said, "You don't know." I said, "You don't know what I went through," I told him, "to get this thing." And he says to me, "Oh, the reason you did that was because McCartney's on the bass. That's the only reason you want it, right?" No! It's got nothing to do with McCartney. I could name a million albums that Paul McCartney guest stars as bassist on, George Harrison guest stars as a guitarist on, or Ringo Starr played drums on, okay? And I didn't buy the album just because they're on it. It had nothing to do with Paul. You know, I like the song Angry, although I'm damn angry now. Oh. And people were talking really good about it. That's why I got it. No, Paul is a cherry on the top, an extra thing, like extra bonus. So I buy it. Here it is, $15.99 plus tax. You know, these days you got to pay, really ridiculous prices, but you do what you got to do. I get the thing, and I'm all ready to go. Then I get out of the store, and behind me, while I was in the store for 5 minutes, 5 freaking minutes, while I was in that store, a food truck, a giant food trailer truck to the store next door, parks horizontally behind me. And me and a customer came out of the record store together. The guy looks at me, I look at him. The guy says, "You gotta be kidding me now." I said, Yep. I said, "This is great." And he says, "Well, you have a better chance of getting out first than I do because how we were parked. Neither one of us could really back it out." So he says, "Okay, so I'll guide you. So he's like, "Okay, back a little bit. Oh, stop. Let me see the front of the car." He goes over to the front. "Okay, pull it over to the left. Stop. He goes to the back of the car. Why, a little bit more, stop. It took me 197 moves to get that damn car out. To just get it out between the cars that are parked in front of me and next to me and the big trailer behind me. It took everything I had thanks to this guy for helping me get out of there. It doesn't end, man. You ever have one of those days where you don't know what's going to happen next? It ain't over yet. I'm surprised. I'm sitting at a diner now. I'm going to have some lunch. As I make this thing, I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't had any breakfast or lunch. It's now about 1:30 in the afternoon. But with all this rigmarole that I went through today, only now am I getting something to eat. Look, folks, it's a rant channel. I do rant videos. It's not only a rant channel. Here I go again, making mistakes. I make rant videos on this channel, so you got to have content. This is Mr. Mayo saying, be like me. Don't sweat the small stuff.